Everybody wanted Amara's life. Online, she looked perfect. Beautiful pictures, funny videos, millions of views, thousands of comments. Every time she posted something, people flooded her page with love. At least, that's what it looked like. Because behind the filters, behind the edits, behind the perfect smile, Amara was slowly falling apart. Every night after the live streams ended, the silence inside her room became unbearable. The internet knew her laughter, but nobody knew her pain, not even her closest friends. Because Amara had become an expert at pretending she was okay, pretending she was happy, pretending she loved the life everyone envied. But deep inside, she felt completely empty. Her name was Amara. And this is the story of the night everything changed forever. The night her heart stopped during a live stream, and what she claimed she saw after death. Because after that night, Amara was never the same again. Every morning started the same way. Before she even prayed, before she even spoke to anyone, she checked her notifications. Likes became her happiness. Followers became her identity. And slowly, she forgot who she really was. Every video needed to be perfect. Perfect lighting, perfect angles, perfect body, perfect life. But perfection is exhausting, and the internet is never satisfied. One awkward moment, one mistake, and suddenly thousands of strangers begin judging you like they know your entire life. That week, Amara stopped sleeping properly. The pressure online became unbearable. Some comments called her fake. Others accused her of changing. Some people mocked her appearance. Others laughed at her emotions. And every hateful message pushed her deeper into anxiety. But online, she still smiled. Because nobody wants to watch somebody falling apart. And then came the live stream that changed her life forever. That Friday night felt strange. Even the air inside her room felt heavy. But Amara ignored the feeling. Like always, she went live. Thousands joined within minutes. The comments flooded the screen. Hearts, emojis, compliments. And just like every other night, Amara performed happiness like it was her full-time job. But something felt wrong. Her chest suddenly tightened. At first, she ignored the pain. She kept smiling, kept laughing, kept pretending. But the pain became worse. Her breathing slowed down. And suddenly, fear entered her eyes. The livestream audience noticed the silence immediately. Amara stopped talking. Her expression changed completely. For a few terrifying seconds, nobody understood what was happening. And then, right in front of thousands of people watching live, Amara collapsed. At first, viewers thought it was a joke. People laughed in the comments. Some thought she was acting for attention. But then, the panic started. Because Amara wasn't moving. The live stream became chaotic. People began typing prayers. Others begged someone to call emergency services. And within minutes, paramedics rushed into her apartment. The live stream was still running. The internet watched everything in horror. Doctors fought desperately to save her life. But after several terrifying minutes, Amara's heart stopped completely. For 6 long minutes, Amara was clinically dead. But according to her, that was only the beginning. Everything suddenly went dark. Amara could no longer hear the voices around her. It felt like her soul was floating somewhere far away from her body. Below her, doctors fought desperately to save her life. But Amara could only watch silently from above. Fear slowly took over her heart. The darkness around her became colder, heavier. Strange whispers echoed through the emptiness. And for the first time in her life, Amara felt completely alone. Then suddenly, a powerful light appeared in the distance. The darkness slowly disappeared. and everything around her began changing. Amara felt a peace she had never experienced before. The anxiety disappeared. The pressure disappeared. The sadness disappeared. For the first time in years, her heart felt calm. But deep inside, Amara knew this experience was showing her something important. Something bigger than fame. Bigger than followers. Bigger than social media. And she knew her life would never be the same again. In that moment, Amara finally saw the truth about herself. For years, she had spent her life chasing validation from strangers online. She had built an identity around views, likes, and attention. But none of it had brought her real peace. The more famous she became online, the emptier she felt inside. And suddenly, she understood something terrifying. Millions of people were secretly living exactly like her, smiling online, crying in private, pretending to be okay while emotionally breaking inside. Amara realized she had spent so much time trying to be loved by the internet that she forgot how to love herself. And for the first time, she no longer wanted fame. She no longer cared about attention. She only wanted peace. Real peace. The kind no amount of followers could ever give her. And slowly, Amara walked toward the light. Then suddenly, everything changed again. Voices returned. Bright hospital lights filled her eyes. Machines beeped loudly around her. Doctors froze in shock because Amara had opened her eyes. After 6 minutes, she was alive again. The story spread across the internet immediately. Millions of people watched clips from the live stream. News pages reposted everything. People everywhere debated what happened that night. But Amara didn't care about fame anymore. Something inside her had changed completely. For the first time in years, she felt calm. Weeks later, Amara deleted most of her social media accounts. She stopped chasing validation online, stopped pretending to be perfect, stopped living for strangers, and slowly, she began rebuilding her real life. She spent more time with family, more time praying, more time healing, and less time trying to impress people who never truly knew her. Then one day, Amara uploaded one final video. No filters, no fake smile, no performance, just honesty. And through tears, she said, "Some of us are dying inside while pretending to be okay online. Please, don't lose yourself trying to be loved by strangers." The truth is, there are millions of people silently fighting battles nobody sees. A generation addicted to validation. A generation exhausted by comparison. A generation smiling online while secretly hurting inside. Social media can give attention, but attention is not peace. Followers are not love. Views are not healing. And pretending to be perfect can slowly destroy a person from the inside. Amara learned that almost too late, because sometimes the people who look happiest online are the ones suffering the most in silence. So tonight, before you compare your life to somebody else online, remember this: not everything on the internet is real, and your value was never meant to come from strangers behind a screen. Real peace will always matter more than online approval. And maybe, just maybe, the life you are trying so hard to escape from is the very life somebody else is praying for. Because in the end, no amount of followers can replace a healed heart. And no viral moment is worth losing yourself. Amara survived that night, but many people are still emotionally collapsing in silence every single day. So check on your friends, check on yourself, and remember, you are more than likes, more than views, more than validation, and your life matters, even when the internet is silent.